Hello, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh, and welcome everyone to my class on probability, where I discuss Bangalore University previous year problems. Although probability is very vast topic, and you can go through in my playlist of a topic called quantitative aptitude. There you can find a separate video on probability, which I made for 2 hours. And if you want to understand this concept in much more detailed manner, you will get a much more better picture there. But even then, the objective of today class is to discuss the concept of probability only with the perspective of the previous year questions which came in Bangalore University exam. Okay, everyone. So before I start talking about the problems, let's try to understand what is probability. So probability gives us a value between 0 to 1. Okay, 0 means uncertain event, 1 means certain event. So whenever we talk about probability, so mathematically it gives a value between 0 to 1, where I can define probability as a favorable outcome. I can define probability as favorable outcome divided by total outcome. So in order to define probability, I can use the formula probability is equal to favorable outcome divided by total outcome, where I can say that total outcome in case of probability, that is equal to favorable outcome plus unfavorable outcome. So when we say total outcome, it is a sum of favorable outcome plus unfavorable outcome. Okay, everyone. So whenever I have to define the term probability, so probability is nothing but it is favorable outcome divided by favorable outcome plus unfavorable outcome, and that we call as a probability. Going further, I can use two more terms, like one term is called odd in favor. One term is called odd in favor. So when I say odd in favor means favorable outcome divided by the unfavorable outcome. Say odd in favor, we define this term odd in favor with a formula called favorable outcome divided by unfavorable outcome, where I can define another term called odd against favor. So what is odd against favor? Odd against favor is basically unfavorable outcome. Odd against favor is basically unfavorable outcome divided by the favorable outcome. That is called odd against favor. So imagine if your probability is suppose 5 by 42. So here your favorable outcome is basically 5. Your favorable outcome is basically 5. Your total outcome, your total outcome is equal to 42, and unfavorable outcome will be equal to 42 minus 5, that is equal to 37. So if your probability is 5 by 42, so then your odd in favor, will be 5 by 37, and your odd against favor will be 37 by 5. Right. So I hope you understand this. And basically, we use these concepts to understand the problems on probability. Okay, so going further in probability, if you know about the concept of set theory, it would be really good. Like when we have two sets, maybe this is set A, maybe this is set B. Okay, so we can define probability in the term of set A and set B. Okay, so I can define probability in the term of set A and set B. So probability of A union B means the sum total of all the element which is inside this. So the sum total of all the element which is inside this circular representation of the set, that is called A union B. And whatever which is outside this, that is what that is nothing but is the value which is outside this, and then that is nothing but that is a inter then intersection of a dash intersection of b dash, and then it will be equal to one here, because we're defining the term of probability. everything, sum total of everything will be 1. So what is A intersection, A not happening intersection, B not happening is all the element which is outside this. Okay. All the element which is outside this, that would be A not happening intersection of B not happening. Normally, normally when we define the term of n, when we define the term of n, so basically n of A not happening intersection of B not happening is basically universal set minus n of A union B. You can understand this part. Okay. Going further, when I talk of probability of A union B, what this means? This means that so at least A or B happen, or that is either A or either B. Probability that either A or either B happens. So that is what A union B. So whenever I say A union B, so when I say what is A union B, so here A union B is nothing but that is probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So what is A intersection B? A intersection B is the area which is common in them. Area which is common in them, that we call it A intersection. You can understand. A union B means A or B. A and B. So here you should know the term. If I say A or B, so A or B, basically I'm talking about A union B. I'm using the term called A and B, means both A and B together. Then this I'm saying A intersection. So you can keep that in your mind while solving the problem. So here, normally what you need to keep in your mind that for an independent event, whenever we are solving problem based on independent event, always remember that independent event, for an independent event, you can remember that probability of A intersection B equal to probability of A into probability of B. Remember this. Okay, for an independent event, keep this in mind. Okay, going further, while discussing the concept of probability, what you can remember here, you can remember the concept of cards. So when we talk about cards, so we have 52 cards. Whenever we talk of cards, we have 52 playing cards, and these cards basically belong to different suits. These cards basically belong to different suits, or the identity what you have. So those suits can be spade, those suits can be either spade, or they can be either of club, they can be either of heart, or they can be either of diamond. They can have four suits, and for belonging to each suit, you have 13 cards. You have 13 cards which belonging to each suit. You have 13 cards of each suit. Okay. So 13, 13, 13. Total 52 cards you have. Total 52 cards. And now when you talk about this 13 card arrangement, if you talk about this 13 card arrangement, if you talk about this 13 card arrangement, in that you have nine numbered cards. You have nine numbered cards, and you have four honor cards. Those honor cards are either king, they can be either queen, they can be either jack, or they can be either ace. So out of king, queen, jack, and ace, king, queen, and jack have identity, or they have representation. You can see them, while when we talk about ace, you can't see them. So they don't have any representation. In this sense, they don't have figure. I would mean. Okay, so here when we talk about these nine numbered cards in this 13 card arrangement, so these nine numbered cards are of 2, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. Nine numbered cards are basically of the numbers 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you can keep them in your mind. So these are the nine numbered cards, and your four honor card. They can be either king or queen or jack or ace. Okay, you have 52 playing cards belonging to different suit. Okay, each suit you have 13 cards. Keep this in your mind while solving the question. So it would be helpful for you when you are solving the problem. Certain time you need to solve problem based on the concept of set theory and cards. So you may get a problem in exam where I can say that a card is drawn, a card is drawn. I can ask you this question. A card is drawn from well shuffled. A card is drawn from well shuffled pack of playing cards. A card is drawn from well shuffled pack of cards. A card is drawn from well shuffled pack of playing cards. Okay. What is the probability? Probability. What is the probability? What is the probability? What is the probability that it is or hard? Suppose if I ask you this question, a card is drawn from well shuffled pack of playing card. What is the probability that it is king or heart? So here you need to solve. So when we talk about this kind of problem, so when we say king, so when we say king, so king, how many kings are there? How many hearts would be there? Heart, spade, club, diamond. You have 13 heart cards. Okay, you have four suits: heart, spade, club, and diamond. Okay, so is there any card which is both king and heart? So you need to understand: is there any card which is both king and heart? Is there any card which is both king and heart? So you have one card. You have one card which is both king and heart. To understand this will be three, and this will be two. Can you understand this? So king or heart. You have 13 card of heart. You have 13 card of heart, and in that if you understand like you have altogether four king. So one king is of spade, one king is of club, one king is of heart, one king is of diamond. So is there any card which is both king and heart? There's one card. So what is the basically what is n of king union heart? You can understand this. This is what this is 12 plus 3 15 plus 1 16. So what is the probability? What is the probability that the card what you have drawn is king or heart? So then it is what favorable outcome. Card is king or heart. Okay, divide by the total. The answer for this would be the answer for this would be 16 by 52. 16 by 52 means 4 by 30. Clear everyone? I hope you understood. So here I use both the concept together, the concept of card and the concept of set theory, which we normally use when we are solving the problems on probability. Okay, so you can understand this. Now, in the same question, imagine in the same question, if I would have mentioned that two cards are drawn. Imagine if I would have mentioned that the question that the two cards. Imagine if I would have mentioned that the two cards are drawn. Two cards are drawn from two cards are drawn from well shuffled. Two cards are drawn from well shuffled pack of playing cards. Cards are drawn from well shuffled pack of playing cards. Two cards are drawn from well shuffled pack of playing cards. Okay. Two cards are drawn from well shuffled pack of playing card. Okay. So what is the probability? What is the probability? What is the probability that both are king? What is the probability that both are kings? Suppose if I ask you this question, you have to understand how many kings are there. Total four kings are there. And what is the total card? 52 card. So what is the probability that your first card is king? That would be 4 by 52. Okay, and then once you pick that card, you will not put it again. What is the probability that the next card is king? Then it will be 3 by 51. Other way of writing this is 4C2 divided by 52C. So we apply NCR whenever we need to solve the problem. Here, whenever we are working on probability, whenever we are working on permutation combination, we believe on random experiment. So under random experiment, whenever we are working on we works on the concept of combination or random selection. So instead of writing 4 by 52 into 3 by 51, I can write the same thing as 4C2 divided by 52C2. I could have used same C1, the concept of C1 here, but again, it will not make much sense because instead of 4, I could have written here 4C1. Instead of 13, I could have written here 13C1 because 13C1 is 13, 4C1 is 4. So that's why we'll not go into more working on the concept of combination whenever we have to draw one object. So whenever you have to draw one object, normally you will not see anyone using NCR there. But whenever you have more than one object, we solve the problem by using NCR. Okay, so because here we believe that the concept of random selection, and once you pick an object, you will not put it back. That is what we work. So no need to get panic with the term called NCR and all. Imagine if you're a commerce student, please don't get scared. If you see NCR, NCR stand for n factorial by r factorial by n minus r factorial. Imagine if I say what is 7C3, that is 35. How to get that value? 7 factorial by 3 factorial divided by 7 minus 3 factorial. It is 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial, and 7 minus 3 factorial means 4 factorial. If I ask what is 7C3, then it is 7 factorial. That 7 factorial I can split further. 7 factorial, I believe you know, n factorial means n into n minus 1 into n minus 3 into n minus 4 till 1 you do. So 7 factorial I can write as 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial. In denominator you have in denominator you have 4 factorial. So 4 factorial will get cancelled. This is 3 2s are 6. This is 6 get cancelled. And this will give you the answer 7C. So I hope you are getting the concept of NCR and very easily you can solve the problem. Some problem like if you see this diversity question like question number 4 and all, that 5 students PQRST are given a problem to solve. The probability are 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 1 by 6, 1 by 8, 1 by 9 uh, of solving the problem. What is the probability that the problem will be solved? So this question, if you see, normally Bangalore whenever they ask question, they will not ask you more than 5 marks question. The maximum they will ask you is a 5 marks question. The 5 or 6 what? The 5 marks question. So all these questions come for 5 marks. So from this chapter on probability. So the questions will be of 5 marks. So here, if you see this problem which came in Fab 2017, so let me do this question which came in Fab 2017. Fab 2017. So probability that P can solve the problem PQRST. Q, Q, R, S. P can solve the problem 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 1 by 6, 1 by 8, 1 by 9. Okay. So probability that they can solve the problem is this. So like if you see the probability that P can solve the problem is 1 by 3. Probability that P can solve the problem is 1 by 3. Q can solve the problem is 1 by 5. R can solve the problem is 1 by 6. S can solve the problem is 1 by 8. And E can solve the problem is 1 by 9. Okay. So going further, if I can ask you, what is the probability that P cannot solve the problem? Then it would be 1 minus 1 by 3. Then it would be 2 by 3. Okay. What is the probability that Q cannot solve the problem? Then it would be 1 minus 1 by 5. Means 4 by 5. What is the probability that R cannot solve the problem? Then it will be 1 minus 1 by 6. This will be 5 by 6. Probability that S cannot solve the problem, 1 minus 1 by 8. That it will be 7 by 8. What is the probability that T cannot solve the problem? That would be 1 minus 1 by 9. Then it will be 8 by 9. I hope you understood this. Now here, if I give a problem to P, P can solve the problem. What is the probability that is given? Same like U, R, S, T, all are given. So if for 5 students are there, assuming that they are not cheating, all events are independent. Okay, so assuming all events are independent, assuming all events are independent. Here, all events are independent means they are not cheating with each other, so they are doing with their own intelligence. So no one is asking from the other person. So what is the probability that I get the answer? So for me, it doesn't matter who's giving me the answer. Either one of them give me the answer, or two of them will give me the answer, or three of them will give me the answer, or four of them will give me the answer, or five of them will give me the answer. I'll get the answer. So that is nothing but that is equal to 1 minus probability that none of them will give me the answer. So the probability that the question will be solved, this question is like this, probability that the problem will be solved, probability that the problem will be solved. If I asking you what is the probability that the problem will be solved, okay, this is equal to 1 minus the probability that none of them will solve the problem. 1 minus probability that none of them will solve the problem. 1 minus probability that none of them will solve the problem. So this is 1 minus none of them will solve the problem means A not solving the problem, intersection that B is not solving the problem, intersection that C is not solving, intersection that D is not solving, intersection that E is not solving. Here there is no A, B, C, D, and all. Here P, Q, R, S, T. So probability that P is not solving, Q is not solving, R is not solving, not solving, S is not solving. So that is what they are asking you because they are independent event. So I'll not go into mathematical part of this. So 1 minus probability that P is not solving, Q is not solving, into R is not solving, into S is not solving, into P is not solving. So not solving probability is 2 by 3. Okay. You know that this is 2 by 3. Okay, Q is not solving, that is 4 by 5. R is not solving, that is 5 by 6. And S is not solving, that is 7 by 8 and 8 by 3. So this is what you need to solve. You simply solve this. So 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus, you simply solve this. 8 it cancel. Okay, and then 8 it cancel. And then what else you can cancel? 5 cancel. Okay. Then this you can make 3. So in your numerator you have 4, you have 7. Then in denominator you have 3. That is equal to 1 minus 28 by 9 nines are 81. This is 81 minus 28 by 80. So 2 by 3, 4 by 5, 2 by 3, 4 by 2 by 3, 4 by 5, 5 by 6, 7 by 8, 8 by 9. So your answer is 81 minus 28. That is 3. 7 minus 2, 5. 53 by 80. That is your answer. So same like if you get other problems also like this question number, if you see this problem which came in the year 2020, same like this problem, which the same problem which came in year 2017, same like question number what came in the year, the same year. So five students are given the probability that what is the probability that one of what is the probability that at least one of them solve the problem. It means one minus the probability that none of them solve. None of them will solve the problem. Okay, so what you do, 1 minus point 0.25 into 1 minus 0.20, 1 minus 0.35. So you can do this. Let me do. You can do it very easily. I hope you understand it. This kind of problem. So here, like at least one of them will give me the answer. What can happen? See, none of them give the answer. None of them give answer. None of them give answer. Give answer. What else? Plus only one, so only one give answer, only one give answer. Okay, one, two will give answer, two will give answer, plus three will give answer, plus three will give answer, plus three will give answer, plus four will give answer, means all four people will give answer. Okay, four will give answer. How many people are there? Five A, B, C, D, E, and all five will give answer. And all five give answer. All five give answer. Okay. The sum total of the probability of this, sum total of the probability of this is equal to 1. So what is the probability that at least one of them give answer? What is the probability that at least one of them give answer? The probability that at least one of them give answer means 1 minus the probability that none of them give answer. 1 minus probability that none of them will give you the answer. So here 1 minus. So what is the probability that A will not give the answer? That is 1 minus 0.25. What is the probability that B will not give the answer? That is 0.20. Then 1 minus 0.35 into 1 minus 0.35, then 0.5 to 0.65, 0.5 to 0.65, 0.5 to 0.65. This is 1 minus 0.75 into zero point 0.8 into 0.65 into 0.48 into 0.35. So you solve this, that is your answer. Point 0.75 into 0.8 into 0.65 into 0.48, 0.35, 0.48, 0.3. So that is 1 minus 0.93448. So this is 0.06552. 0.06552. The answer is 0.93448. This is your problem. Okay, now you see this question. Question number 6. Okay, so this came in February 2015. A company want to select a team leader from among the following candidate: male age 40, male age 43, female age 38, female age 29, male age 39. So these five options the company is having. Okay, and on the basis of these five options, the company is thinking to select the team leader. Okay, so what is the probability that the team leader what they'll select is either male? Okay, either male. So either male means male. What is the probability you get male? 1, 2, 3. The 3 by 5 probability that you get a male is 3 by 5. Okay, either male or means A union B. Okay, already explaining union, or age above 40, or aged above 40, aged above 41. How many are aged above 41? One. Okay. Anyone else? No, no. Above 41, there's only one person. So 1 by 5. Fine. I hope you understood. Now, is there anyone who's male and aged above 41? Aged above 41. You understand? Yeah. So the same person is above 41 is male one. You draw the diagram of this. So this is like this male is 3 by 5. This is 3. Where the 2 is here, 1 is here, this is 0. So the actual probability is what? The actual probability, if you're looking for, the actual probability is 3 by 5. Male is 3 by 5, aged above 41 is 1 by 5, and male and aged above 41 is 1 by 5. So either male or aged above 31. So the person who is aged above 41 is actually male. So the probability is 3 by 5. Either female. How many female are there? So either female. So if you see here, either female. Probability that you have a female. So female, how many female is there? 2 by 5. Or aged below 35. Aged below 35. How many are aged below 35? So one, only one is there. Only one is there whose age is below 35. Okay. And that is female one. So 1 by 5. Again the same scenario. You understand this? If there are two females are there. Okay. There are two female is there. This is This is one set is female, another set is age below 35. Aged below 35. What is the probability for it? This is 2 by 5. And then probably it's not like every year you get a problem based on probability. Pure problem based on probability I'm talking about. So the concept of normal distribution, Poisson distribution, binomial distribution also use the concept of probability. There are many put them under probability, or you can put them separately also. They can be called as an application of probability. So here if I talk pure problems on probability, so you can expect only 5 marks question which comes. It comes also, not come also. So, but questions are not very difficult. Very generic question comes. So if you see this question, this is the question. If you see this came in February 2019. See this, a bag contain 5 white and 6 red marbles. So there's a bag one, there's a bag one which contain 5 white and 6 red. Okay, 5 white marble and 6 red marble. Total contain 11 marble. You have another bag two that contain 4 white marble and 7 red marble. 7 red marble. Again, this bag also contains 11 marble. Two marbles are drawn from the selected bag. So they have not given which bag you select. So you can select any bag. Okay, so probability that you select bag one is 1 by 2. The probability that you select bag 2 is again 1 by 2 because which bag you're selecting is not given. So I'm assuming you may select any bag. Two marbles are selected. Two marbles are selected. Here you're taking two marbles, so you can use NCR here. What is the probability that the selected bag contain white marble? Okay, so probability. What you have to solve? You have to solve probability. Solve that You have to solve what you have to solve. You have to solve that selected bag, selected bag. I don't know which bag contained, selected bag contain white marble. Okay, selected bag contain white marble. Selected bag contain white marble. Selected bag contain white marble. So you don't know. I can select any bag. I can select bag one, or I can select bag two. That part is not given to me. I can select bag one, or I can select bag two. So what you are to, you're putting taking two marble. What is the probability that you get a white marble from bag one? You're taking two marble. So white marble from bag one, that is 5c2 by 11c2. Please understand, first marble white is 5 by 11. Second marble white would be 4 by 10. I hope you understand that would be 20 by 110. Okay, or you can write 5c2 divided by 11c2. Okay. Similarly, if I ask you probability that you select a white marble from bag 2, okay, what is the probability that you select a white marble from bag 2? You have 4 white marble and 7 red marble. First marble white is 4 by 11. Second marble white would be 3 by 10. You can write this as 4c2 by 11c. Okay. So this is 4c2 by 11c. So now, what is probability that the selected bag? Now, what is the probability that you can select any bag, bag one or bag two? That is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. I hope you understand it. So the probability that the selected bag contain white marble, probability that the selected bag contain white marble. So that is probability that you select bag one, probability that you will get white color marble from bag one, plus plus probability plus probability that you select bag two, probability that you select white color marble from bag. Okay, so 1 by 2, this is first one. What is this first one? First one is 5c2 by 11c2, 5c2 by 11c2, plus you select back 2, you select back 2, that is 4c2, 4c2 by 11c2 into 1 by 2. Select back 2 is 1 by 2. So this is 1 by 2. 5c2 is 5 into 4 divided by 11 into 10. This is 1 by 2 into 4c2 is 4 into 3 divided by 11 into 10. So you can see denominator is same only. So if, because your denominator is same, so you can 20 plus 12, 32 divided by 2 into 11 into 10. So if you want, you can simplify them. This is 16, 16, this is 8 by 5. Then you cannot simplify them. This is 8 by 55. Okay, this is 8 by 55. Question number 2. One white, one red marble. One white. The same way we'll do one white, one red marble. So one white and one red marble. How will you select? One white, one red marble. Very simple. One first marble, white, white. It can be white red or it can be red white. I hope you understand. It can be white red or white red, red white. So white red is 5 by 11 into red one is 6 by 10. Okay, or it can be 6 by 11 into 5 by 10. Okay, so this this is what I hope you understand it. So 5 by 11 into 6 by 10, this is what 30 by 110. This is 60 by 110. This is 6 by 11. So, or you can actually apply NCR here. So one white, one red. So one white, one red, it would be 5C1 into 6C1 divided by 11C. If you do, you'll get the same answer, 6 by 11. Those who understand NCR, they can do it very easily. Those who understand NCR, so this is 5 into 6 divided by 11 into 10 by 2. So this is 60 by 110. This means 6 by 8. Similarly, if I say, okay, one white, one, this is bag one, this is 6 by 11, bag two, one white, one red, bag two, one white, one red, one white, one red. This is 4C1 into 7C1 divided by 11C2. You can, okay. So this is 4 into 7 divided by 11 into 10 by 2. This is 4 into 7 divided by 11 into 10 by 2. You can, you can simplify this to 2 get cancelled. Oh, no, so 4 into 7 into 2 divided by 11 by 2. This is what? This is 5 za. Now you cannot cancel it further. No? You cannot cancel it further. This is 28 by 55. So yeah, so this is 28 by 55. So bag 2 and bag 1 is 6 by 11. Okay. So for bag 1 it is 6 by 11 and bag 2 is 28 by 55. Or you can understand this like bag 2 when you talk about one white, one red. So one white, one red means it can be white, red or it can be red, white. Same thing. So 4 by 11 into 7 by 10 or plus 7 by 11 into 4 by 10. So when we use NCR, you don't have to think about the possible arrangements, what can happen. Okay, so that advantage we get when we do NCR. So imagine if I draw two balls, if I draw two marbles, okay, and what is the probability that I'll get one white and one red? Bag one, bag one, that is 6 by 11. I can write this is 30 by 55. Okay, and if I, and what is the probability I'll get one white and one red from bag two, one white, one red from bag two, one white, one red from bag two. What is the probability? So that probability is 28 by 55. That is 28 by 55. Now I don't know which bag I need to select. The probability selected bag probability that the contain probability that the selected bag contain one white and one red marble. Probability that the selected bag contain one white and one red marble. So I don't know which bag you're selecting. Then means probability that you select bag one, probability that you get one red in and one white from bag one into plus probability that you select bag two, probability that you get one red and one white marble from bag two. Bag one, 1 by 2, one red, one white marble from bag one, one red, one white marble from bag one. That is what 30 by 55. 30 by 55 plus select bag two 1 by 2. One red, one white marble from bag two. That is 28 by 55. 28 by 55. So this is what 58, 20 plus 30 plus 20, 58 by 110. This is 29 by 50. That is the final answer. So from this chapter, probability, these are all questions which I saw in last 4 or 5 years which came. And all these questions I have discussed for you people. So guys, I assume, I believe that you have liked this session and you have understood what all I have done for you people. So if you like the session, don't forget to click on the like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you everyone. Take care.